Pink ladies, T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is JImmiPynk. And ayo, I'm tired of using technology. So, this is season 10, episode 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Tap that app. I remember that being a commercial for the logo app, by the way. Here we go again. At this point, is RuPaul's Drag Race any more than a commercial for RuPaul? I'm just saying. So again, as a quick recap, I have to work this Thursday, so we're going to do a review of the sneak preview in the full look. I'm giving you, let me turn this off so y'all can see. I'm giving you a little cyberpunk, a little Ready Player One, sci-fi. I know everybody says like futuristic sci-fi. Y'all expecting Silver and Judy Jetson. I'm giving you motherfucking Xbox character. Xbox mascot, if you will. So anyway, so we come back and of course we read Calorie Kardashian's message, and it's very nice and it's keep it cute with the K. One thing I will say about Calorie, I like her that she's calling her fandom cupcakes. I think that's cute with the K. But the whole you riding the Kardashian thing a little bit too hard, and we didn't get a lot of chance to see who you were on the show, so you might want to tone that down a bit, because I have like watched a couple of her lives on Instagram. You might want to tone that down a bit, because to me all I can see of you is your whole gimmick is I'm big, I shake my ass, which is basically the same thing as a Kardashian anyway, so I'd like to see a little bit more of her. But moving on to the actual episode. So, I was wondering why the Vixen's hairline was looking like that in her best drag with her whole head out. It's because it wasn't her damn wig. Girl, now listen, I am all for girls helping each other out, letting them borrow stuff, because at the end of the day, it is a sisterhood, even though it is a competition. You don't have to be a bitch and stuff like that. You can help your sisters out if you're confident in what you're doing. However, you shouldn't be borrowing shit from nobody on your best drag. Your best drag. You should have, if not any of the other looks, that look should be all you, and it should be laced, head to toe, slaying. You shouldn't be borrowing nobody's wig for no shit like best drag. And then she is just full of herself, ain't she? She is just, girl. Now don't get me wrong. I'm here for the Vixen. I'm here for the pot calling and shot calling. Or the pot stirring and shot calling. I'm here for all that. However, girl, you doing the most. It wasn't nothing that you did and none of that. And truth be told, if y'all did not watch my previous review, I did smell a little rigor mortis. I did smell a little rigor mortis. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard the line was actually, bitch, I'm from Chicago, in the thing, and of course she was the leader, so of course she was gonna give herself that line. Girl, you wasn't all that. I do agree with Monique Hart. Y'all know that anyway. I feel like she is getting unjust critiques. I do not think that she should have been in the bottom 3 last week. I do not think she should have been safe the week before. So hopefully we know how the producers do, and even though we only seen like the first 11 minutes of the episode, I'm hoping that we're going to see Monique Hart exhale and that she's not in the bottom 2, and hopefully she's not going home. If anything, the edit she's getting is she's going to end up in the bottom 2, but she's going to lip sync for her life and stay, and that's going to be the fire letter to her ass. That's my prediction as of now. Of course, when y'all watch this, the episode will be came out, and I will be able to verify myself if I'm right or not. But I really hope like she kills this challenge. She picked a great team though, so let's get into this mini challenge where we find out that Monique is picking a team. If the mini challenges is just going to keep being commercials for RuPaul, we can stop the mini challenges. Okay, we can stop them. The reason why I say that is this. And I was watching AfterBuzz TV earlier today from last week's episode, and they were discussing Jackie B was saying she doesn't like when the mini challenges have nothing to do with the main challenge. I don't either. I'm going to tell you the truth. My favorite episodes is when the mini challenge, the main challenge, and the runway, because sometimes with the main challenge is the runway, sometimes it's not. But I like when they're all connected and they're cohesive and the whole thing, you know, all together. Like the whole thing blends together. The episode is about a whole theme. Kind of like the ball episode was. See, that's the crazy thing. That ball episode where we had the Warhol ball was more how the regular episodes used to be. The regular episodes used to be like that. Like the mini challenge had something to do with it. The maxi challenge had something to do with it. And the runway had something to do with it. The ball was a mini challenge and 3 different looks, and it was a ball. Any old way. Can we please stop thinking about all... Hold on. I got something for that. Okay. I just wiped my memory of All Stars 3. So now, so here's what the mini challenge was. It was a casting called Fresh Off the Boat in Halloween. Yeah, in Halloween. In Hollywood. Fresh off the boat, and you're doing a casting call for RuPaul's chocolate bar. I thought y'all got a bigger budget. What is with this wood paneling and that dirty ladder, and that was the set for it. But okay, whatever. And it was just RuPaul, like, giving directions. All I can say is I'm like, these are the major things that I took from it, because I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because it was garbage. So Mayhem looked really fishy with just like her little bit of girl makeup on. I said, oh, okay. All the girls did pretty good with their makeup, but she looked really fishy. Vixen, Scooby-Doo, tell me how you like the chocolate and burger. That was funny. But Blair was pretty funny. Blair was pretty funny when she said, I can do a dance. And she was like, do a dance for us. And like everybody else was like being slutty with theirs. And she just busted out and started tap dancing. That was funny. She did pretty good. Monet, when she came out with that, the short hood hair chick, the short hood haircut, but it was green. And I guess that's why she was just like, I'm from Ireland. And it was like, what part of Ireland? She like, Northern Ireland. And she was singing, like, she killed it. And Monique was funny, them big fake titties, and they said do an accent, and she was doing that British accent about that chocolate. That was funny. So, I mean, I'm sure it is some editing, but from what I saw, the 3 that won were the best. So they are the team captains, and our maxi challenge is to create a dating app and a commercial for the dating app. Okay. Well, if I'm wrong about the runway, and for those of y'all who did not watch last episode, I will tell you, I predicted a pattern in what the main stage runway is going to be every week. And because the first episode was the same challenge as Season 1, Episode 1, and the second was the same as Season 2, Episode 3, excuse me, Season 2, Episode 2, I predicted the runway was going to be sci-fi, which was Season 3, Episode 3. Don't come for me in canon, on Wikipedia, even on Logo, even everywhere that I look under RuPaul's Drag Race, they are considering the Sci-Fi 1, Episode 3, the casting special was considered to be Episode 1 that particular year. I don't know why, but they're saying Episode 3 is Sci-Fi Plus. It would match with the theme of them developing apps, so I really think I'm on the money with this one, but we'll see. If not, I still got apps, you know, I got my shit that, there'll be some apps there, all these cords is USB cords to plug in the phones, so I'm going to still say I'm in theme. But anyway, so let's talk about the team. So Blair gets End of Days, which is going to be an app, dating app for doomsday preppers. And she picks Miss Cracker, Eureka, and Vixen. Monique gets Fibster, which is, oddly enough, it's an app for pathological liars, but I'm like, ain't all dating apps kind of for pathological liars? Like, doesn't everybody lie on those things? But anyway, and Monique picks Dusty, Cameron, and Mayhem. And Monet gets Madam Butterface, which is obvious. And Monet picks Aja and Aquaria and is stuck with Ua, because Ua was the last one picked. The last cycle of people that was picked was Vixen, Ua, and Mayhem. Why is y'all continuously picking Mayhem last? I don't understand. Am I missing something? Because so far, everything that I've seen her do, she's slayed. So I don't know why she's in the bottom. Maybe with something behind the scenes that we're not seeing. Maybe they're a little bit intimidated by her because they know that she the motherfucking truth, and like she's well known and been supposed to be on the show. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But then we see a little bit of the girls going over their stuff. So Monique's team seems to be, really coming up with great ideas. They're brainstorming. I'm pretty so far right now with these 11 minutes, pretty impressed with Cameron. Like, he's coming up with some really great ideas for this app for pathological liars. Like, he's coming up with good punchlines. He's coming up with really good stuff. And so is Dusty. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're coming up with good stuff. But I'm like, I think at this point Cameron's kind of been, it's weird because she ain't been like blending into the background for me, but she has just been extremely ultra safe. Like, yeah, you're kind of skating by at this point. You're not the worst, but it's because there's so much people that have been worse to you that, like, once all the boogers are gone, like, you're going to be in trouble. But no, like, she really had some great ideas. It's making me very interested. I thought Cameron did really well last week too. And she was my top 2. So I'm really looking at Cameron like side-eyed a little bit, like, all right, sis, I thought you was going to be boring. I wasn't feeling you, but I think you might be playing the game and you just trying to, like, ease us into how fierce you about to be. I got a feeling about that. But Mayhem wasn't really contributing. And then she just said she volunteered to be the narrator. I think that at this point, probably we're going to find out. And again, by the time y'all watch this, the episode will be out, so we'll find out if I'm right. I think that Mayhem is really kind of shook that she keeps getting picked in last. Like, I think she's starting to feel some type of way about it, because I don't see a reason either, but maybe we'll find out later on in the episode. Monet's team, you are. Girl. You not funny. You not funny. You're not funny. You're not funny. Okay? Everything that I've seen you do from the YouTube thing all the way down to mixing up the black girls, which I think, like I said, I think was you thought you was trying to be funny and get some camera time because you know Monet. So if anybody, you would have at least knew who Monet was. Y'all worked together. Get the fuck out of here. But you're not funny. And I think everybody else know you're not funny, and that's why you was picked last. So hopefully that works out for Monet's team. And then Blair's team, Eureka automatically goes to, well, they're doomsday preppers. So I can just use my size and I can just eat all the time because I think the end of the world is coming. But that's dumb because you're a doomsday prepper. You wouldn't think like that. You wouldn't think, let me eat all I can. You would think about, let me ration as much as I can. Because you're convinced the world is going to end and you're trying to survive. You wouldn't eat that much. Because you would be trying to save your food supply. So, that's wrong. And then, you know, the girls are already like, so we just going to go straight into a fat joke. That's your idea. So anyway, that was the beginning. Again, I worked, so I'm going to apologize early for the quality of the second half of this video. And we're going to go ahead and get into that. Well, now, alright y'all, so we are back for the remainder of episode 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I was wrong. The pattern was broken this episode. We didn't get season 9 RuPaul look. We didn't get the sci-fi runway, even though I swear I seen Monique in a robot costume at the end of the promo, so maybe that's next week. But I'm not doing another sci-fi look, so it's a ball. But I don't know what the ball is about, so I might do a look with balls. Because I bring it to y'all every ball. If it's challenges that I can make stuff for, but let's see what I can do with some balls. I'm going to go to the dollar store this weekend and see what I come up with. So, anyway, let's get into the zhuzh. We got a lot to cover. I'm going to try to go fast because I'm medicated. I've been drinking some beer, and I got one more day of work. The runway was feathers, so I'm still giving y'all my look, even though it wasn't sci-fi, I tried to combine the two. So it was kind of like related to apps with like the USB cords and like the screens, like futuristic phones wouldn't have numbers on it, kind of like weeds, if y'all familiar. But it's still fit, and now I'm giving y'all feathers. I guess I should have did my finale for All Stars 3 look tonight. Because I was giving you feathers that day. Let's just go into the runway now, since we're talking about it, and then we'll get into the rest of the episode. Because the runway is probably what's freshest in everybody's mind at this point. I was excited for a feather runway and was not excited for some of these feather looks. I wanted more than just head to toe feathers. Don't get me wrong. Some people did head to toe feathers with no breakup really well. Eureka, I like the look. Here's the very delicate balance with Eureka. We know Eureka is big. We know Eureka is big as fuck. For somebody like my size, or a queen to be my size, or if it was like a Calorie Kardashian, covered from head to toe feathers could have almost gave you a Vanjie with the flowers, because there's not a lot of shape to flowers. They're feathers. They're kind of just there. But because we know she's big, it benefits her. Somebody that, like if I have on the boxy shit, and there are queens my size, because there are, probably smaller men than when they pad and everything, they're my size. So same thing. Unless you're just big and we know you big, or you're really, really small like Blair, head to toe feathers with no breakup can put a lot of weight on you. So you have to either be really, really small or big, and we know you big, so that worked out. When I say head to toe, I mean like everything is covered in feathers. There's no cutouts, there's no cleavage, there's nothing, just head to toe feathers. That's why it kind of worked for Eureka and it kind of worked for Blair. But Blair is giving me a lot of meh on the runway. The challenge, I was like, okay, there's the Broadway. Maybe you're not doing Broadway musical. Maybe you're doing Broadway farce. Because you sell that. You sell that. You got acting chops. Your dance need work. Get some technique classes. Get some jazz classes in the way that hip-hop is going now. Get some hip-hop classes. Get some movement classes. You're alright with the tap dancing. But as far as like a Broadway, like a farce or a comedy, you there, sis. But the looks, I'm bored. Like, your clothes are wearing you. You're small. I want to see something a little bit more exciting. Crackers, I did not like Miss Cracker this week. The story behind it was beautiful, but that wasn't reading in your outfit, and that cage skirt with the feathers sticking out. Like, you were trying to do fashion with that, and that needed to be more campy for that to work, or somebody else needed to execute the dress better. It wasn't working for me today. This is the first time I ever seen Miss Cracker, ever, even on review with a Jew, that I was like, that ain't it, sis. We already talked about Eureka. Like, I liked it with the crow in the hand, the black. I wish she wouldn't have did her hair loaf, and if she was going to do her hair loaf, I really would like to have seen a dark hair loaf. Only because you have this whole raven, dark, gothic look to you, even with the makeup, and I loved everything, and I don't love the hair loaf with everything. I love your hair loaf, but I don't love it with everything. I don't think it was beneficial to you in blonde. Even because the neck was so high, the hair loaf, so that the hair didn't blend into the neckline, so you could really see the neckline was good. I just think I would have liked a dark color hair loaf, or even maybe a burgundy. A henna color, black with one platinum blonde streak, something. I just don't think the blonde worked. Vixen, I love peacocks. And I was like, I see peacock, and this is one of the best looks I've seen you in thus far. But these wigs, girl, I need you to stop getting the cosplay wigs that I get from fucking China. You are professional drag queen. I guess because I make money on YouTube and I get in drag on YouTube, I guess I'm a semi-professional drag queen. But no, it's not acceptable. Not to this level that you made it to Drag Race. I need your wig game to be a little bit better. Speaking of the wigs, and I'm jumping around. So that wig she had on last week was Eureka's. My theory was, oh, that's why your hairline was showing, because it was somebody's smaller's wig. Well, it was Eureka's wig. Well, you ain't got no excuse, sis. I don't know. That hair, y'all trying to sing with old Eddie Kane. But I did like the peacock, just the wig. I want her to have better wigs. I want her wigs to not look like the wigs I wear on here that I get for $6 or $7. Like, moving on. Monique. I liked Monique's. It was definitely not top, but it was safe. She was giving me Mother Goose. She was giving me costuming for the off Broadway. Glinda the Good Witch from the Wiz. But it was good. Like I said, it was very safe. She was giving me a wrinkle in time. Once Tyler Perry make it a play, and then he sell the rights to the play 10 years later, and then like high school productions and community theory productions start doing it. But it was good. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it looked like Mother Goose or A Wrinkle in Time, but just to a lower level. I'm not dissing it. It was good. It was decent. Man, Pynk, black, when she did the lip sync and we seen the back of it, and she ripped that bitch up. I said, I hope you made that and you can fix that, because that dress was everything. Of course, it was pink and black. Of course, I loved it. But I love the placement of it. I love the feathers. I will say this. I even like the short hair. Again, kind of with Eureka's hair loaf. When you have something that dramatic around the neck, you're going to have to do something that's not going to blend into that. I didn't even mind the hair. I did not like the white contacts with this. I did not. I thought it was too pretty of a dress for you to go like spooky eyes. You weren't doing like a raven or a goth or anything that was really required. So I would have not liked the white contacts. Dusty, she was my worst of the week. Something about that outfit was just off. I can't 100% put my finger on what it was, but it was off. Like the corset was too long and the feathers wasn't hitting just quite right. It was something about it was off. Something about it was really off. Maybe it's because that wasn't her character. It was just really off. Cameron, I said, come on, Regina from Once Upon a Time. Top 2 of the week for the second week in a row. Cameron turns some motherfucking looks. This is what I wanted to see everybody look like for a feather runway. This was everything. She was giving me Regina, Evil Queen. She was giving me a little bit of Maleficent. It was gorgeous. Definitely my top 2 of the week. Monet, I'm tired of Nene Leakes wigs. I'm tired of short platinum blonde Mary J. Blige, Nene Leakes wigs. I needed something else from you. And you did it in the runway and the challenge. That ain't it, sis. And then that waist wasn't cinched in the outfit. Like it was a 2-piece. Because y'all even tell it was a 2-piece. I seen the lift up, but I said, that's a 2-piece. You ain't cinched. Did you borrow somebody else's outfit that's too long so the skirt is up too high? You was giving me a little bit of hog body, which I don't mind hog body. You know, if that's the type of queen that you are. But the look was not giving me something that would look good with hog body. Like, it wasn't good. Asia, I thought it was very, very fun. When they said feathers, I didn't expect that. It was cute. And the eyes with the white with the blue sequins and then the glitter on her eyes, even though like her wig was coming down, she like blew it up a little bit so you can see. But her eyes mimicked the sequence right here exactly. And when you got that much yellow going on, better not have no yellow on your face. I lived. She was my second favorite. Her dress was very similar to Man's, except for it was all black. But them Acid Betty doing bedtime story crows coming out was unnecessary. And why the fuck did you have on that bright red wig with that? Like, that was a very somber look. Like, Eureka did it right. Like, all these black feathers, the crow or the raven or like the blackbird, because crows represent death as well. And then you have like this bright, it was just disconnected. And now we're going to go backward. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. And then Aquarian. I did like Aquarius. I could have did without that headpiece. I think it was much more effective without that headpiece. I think that was drawing attention from the story of like the blood coming out of her eyes, even though it was glitter. But like the blood coming out of her eyes, or her being like the wounded bird that like got hunted and shot through. I think that headpiece detracted from that, and I think that would have been much, much more effective without that headpiece. And then maybe even a little blood in the hair if you want to get a little messy. But you all got on my nerves as the title episode. You all ain't been funny. You all ain't funny. And from the very, very beginning of the episode, I said you all is going to be in the bottom. And get the fuck out. I knew you all and Mayhem was going to be in the bottom very, very early. And then can we talk about these commercials? Hi, whoever's text messaging me. Team Blair's commercial was funny. The Vixen didn't do a lot, but that was definitely the best commercial. And the parts that they did edit in, that the Vixen was in, she did pretty well. So she was the weak link of the group, and she was a 7 out of 10. And she was the weak link. So they clearly won. Team Monet and this Butterface. First of all, Monet's padding was off. Maybe that was on purpose because she was supposed to be the pretty girl with the fucked up body because it's Butterface. Maybe that was on purpose that her body was slightly off, now that I think about it. But I better see you in some different goddamn hair next week. You are supposed to be ugly. Bitch, you look like a leopard. You look like Bianca Del Rio's leopard paint for the Animal Challenge. Oh, it was a couple of hairs out of it, and Michelle even said that, and I was like, Michelle, that was it exactly. Like, you look like a club kid. You don't look like you're trying to be ugly. Agreed. We had the little sideline with Dusty. I'm not really going to get into it because I've already talked about like gay conversion very recently, because that was a very, very short storyline, a 2-episode, not even 3-episode arc, 2-episode arc in Riverdale, and I already discussed it. Even though y'all might not watch my Riverdale reviews, I don't like discussing the same thing multiple times. But we talk about gay conversion, and that's really sad, but I'm glad Dusty moved on with his life. And just the way different religions, and Monet said, I'm in church and I go to choir rehearsal in full drag and they love it. Just different churches, different levels of acceptance. Parents accept different, churches accept different. Moving on. Asia said exactly what I said when the Vixen and Aquarium. Oh, I might have to do a video about Untucked because I got the feeling I'm missing some motherfucking dirt. Because Aquarium and Vixen was at each other, and the Vixen got Aquaria 2 and together on multiple occasions within the same 6-minute span. I ain't never seen anything like it in my life, and I was living for it because I don't know what it is, y'all. And like I said, I didn't know anything about Aquaria before this show. I'm not feeling her. You is not doing anything to me to say, oh, this is why you that famous. I do not see it. That sounds like some white swink privilege to me. Because I'm not seeing it. And don't get me wrong. There are people that are superstars and RuPaul's Drag Race is just not where they shine because maybe they're talented other places. And maybe that's what it is. But as far as this show, I don't see it. I would rather see Danger Von Danger or Twink Trash or some of these queens that's not even like on yet. But whatever. But Asia said what I said. Vixen said from the very beginning. She came here to fight. Somebody that said, oh, I came to get the villain edit. Because if I don't win this, bitch, y'all will remember who the fucking Vixen is. I came here for the villain edit, bitch. We already talked about the runway. So the lip sync is exactly what I thought it was. it was Yua and Mayhem, which I knew that early in the episode. And, of course, Courtney Love is there. So I was hoping. I said they either got to lip sync Celebrity Skin or Doll Parts. And I didn't think it was going to be Doll Parts because Doll Parts is kind of slow. I mean, they do some ballads, but I didn't think they was going to do that because I don't think that would be an exciting lip sync for somebody to compete to. So they did Celebrity Skin. And I'm like, okay, so it's Mayhem versus UR. It's LA versus New York. And y'all do realize the song Celebrity Skin is off an album The Hole did. That's a concept album about California. And her best friend is Morgan McMichaels. And her drag sister is Detox. This bitch about to lay this shit the fuck out. And I knew she was. And she did a fucking rock song. An upbeat rock song. In a gown. And killed that shit. I knew you ain't even have a chance as soon as... I knew you ain't have a chance when it was Mayhem anyway. But when they said what song it was, I said, so you gonna give the California Girl a quintessential California Girl song? Hell, you might as well give her Katy Perry California Girls. For that. Because you gave her a very quintessential California song. Somebody that encompasses California and California drag. This girl. Bye, you a goner. You a loser. You wasn't my favorite. You wasn't my favorite. So, real quick, I have on one of my merch shirts today. This is, the Pink Lady T-Bird Trio t-shirt. It's available. The link is down below. It's on the thing. And for the birthday, I got 2 that are going to be given away. So y'all better stay tuned to the channel and watch everything to find out when y'all going to be eligible, because I'm already building up prizes for the big May blowout. May 1st through May 9th. There's going to be some giveaways. Y'all better get ready to celebrate my 40th birthday. Because I'm fierce. I'm fine. I'm flabby. I'm phenomenal. I am a phenomenal woman. And in a month from the day, I will be fucking 40. I might drink a 40 on camera. Now, y'all got to donate some money for that. Y'all go to my PayPal. We get, if I get $40 in donations all together on paypal.me.com before May 5th, I will drink a 40 on camera. The whole 40. I will drink it. But I got to get $40. It could be $41 donation. It could be one $40 donation. But it's got to be to my PayPal/me, PayPal.me/JimmiPynk. It's up there somewhere. Read that shit. It's also in the link below. So thank you to my patrons. As always, I love y'all. Some of y'all got some stuff coming. My Maria and Paul, y'all gonna find out. I said that at the end. I'm gonna shut up. But I got some stuff going on. Thank you to the people that have been donating to my PayPal. The merch is for sale. The album is for sale. Pink Ladies T-Birds, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. If you're just watching my shit, join the House of Grease. Pink Ladies T-Birds, subscribe. Well, y'all already subscribed. If you want to be a Pink Lady T-Bird, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you know when all of the rest of my Drag Race reviews, as well as all the birthday shit that's coming up next month, because you got to be subscribed. There's going to be some. The big ones is going to be patron only, so you might want to get on my Patreon too. But we're going to have some contests going on. You have to watch to see what the contest is that you can win. But I'm trying to give away a total of 40 prizes for my 40th birthday. So get it in. I want to thank y'all. We're going to go ahead and roll into the pre-recorded ending right now. Keep it greasy. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this episode. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode. Kiki down below. I do try to respond back to everybody, even if it's not in real time. I will get back to everybody. Also, thank you to my patrons. As usual, what do y'all think? My patrons is who keeps me in these elaborate costumes that I keep coming up with. Like, finally, I can do, like, innovative costumes. We'll see what next week's is. We'll see if I'm right, because if it was sci-fi this week, I can predict what it's going to be next week. If not, might not be as elaborate because I might need some more time. But thank you to my patrons. I love y'all so very much for... I know it's Maria and... Damn it, I'm sorry. I apologize for my two newest $20 patrons. Your t-shirts actually did come in today. Well, technically 2 days ago. So they've been mailed out. By the time y'all get this video, they've been mailed out. So you guys will be getting that. But if you'd like to become one of my patrons, go ahead and check that out. We do have giveaways, and next month, because we're in April, next month we're doing big giveaways because it is my 40th birthday month, and we are going fucking ham sandwich. Also to my pink ladies and T-birds, thank you very much. If you are not a pink lady or T-bird, why are you not a member of the House of Grease? You can become one very easily by clicking that subscribe button either at the end of the video or click on down below. You may want to go ahead and hit that notification bell so you know when all of the rest of my drag race as well as other reviews that I do come up. So thank you once again so much for watching. I do have merchandise for sale as well as my CD available on iTunes. Well, I just got done talking shit about RuPaul always advertising his shit, but hey, I have a YouTube channel. That's what all the YouTube... I do whatever the big YouTubers do. I'm just going to keep it 100. When I notice they start doing shit, I start doing shit. They started selling merch, I started selling merch. So help a bitch out. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Deuces.